Hi everyone, welcome back to Grow Kit. Just going to do a quick video today. Haven't been out the plot for a while, but I thought it's about time I got some onion sets in and some garlic in. So the bed behind me is what we sowed the seeds in recently, but they all kind of failed. The animals have been digging them up and slugs have been eating them as they come up. So I'm going to start again on this bed. I'm just going to clear the whole thing, give it a rake over and that, and plant the onions and the garlic in there. And then I'm going to have to put some sort of netting up to stop the birds pulling them out and stop the cat digging in there. If you want to come along with me, we'll get started. Alright, so as you can see, all my seeds that started coming up have been eaten or dug up by the cat. There's only a few here which have survived, and I'm not really going to bother with them, I don't think. And there's a couple of beetroots in there as well, but again, not worth the space that they're taking up. So I did try and put a few garlic shop bought ones in there, but I think I'm just going to start again because I've bought some proper garlic now to put in. So I'll get this bed cleared, get all these out, give it a nice rake over, and yeah, I'll start planting the garlic and onions. Right, so that's that bed cleared and raked over. Did find 3 nice sized potatoes that I missed when I harvested them, and I decided to leave these onions and garlic that I'll just put in here. Some of these onions were the ones which I grew this year. I just plopped them back in as kind of like onion sets, and I went to pull one up because I was just going to take them out, but they've all rooted in there now. So, and some of the garlic have started sprouting, so I thought I'd just leave them. They're only using up a little bit of room at the end here. Next thing I'm going to do is plant all my garlic and onions in here. Okay guys, these are the onion sets I got. Electric, excellent flavour, pink tinged flesh, for autumn planting for an early harvest. And there's 50 in here, and they all look really good, high quality onion sets, no squishy ones. There's maybe one there, but that's not bad. And the garlic I got is Dario, this is a French garlic, strong flavour and very white skin. It's a soft neck variety, and you plant these autumn or spring. I've spent some time and picked the packet with the biggest bulbs in, so I'll get one out to show you. Really good sized garlic there. So with the garlic, I've read a few people asked, did I just plant the whole thing? No, you don't. You actually break it apart. The bits you would use in cooking, the separate cloves, these are the bits you plant. And this little flat hard bit at the bottom here is where the roots will come out, so you want to plant that downwards, and the top here is where the sprout will come out. Some people would take this bit off. You don't have to do that. I'm not going to bother. Some people do just to help it get out, but it'll find its way through anyway, so it's kind of pointless. So I'm just going to break these up now and see how many we got. Looks like a fair few on there. So we'll get that done and we'll see how many we got. Right, so we got 28 cloves there from 2 bulbs. One of them was a mouldy one, so if you get one that is a bit scrudgy and looks a bit brown, just disregard them. So I've still got 27 cloves from 2 garlic bulbs, which is pretty good. Some of them are quite small and others are quite large, but I will just plant them all and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to count the onion sets, I'm just going to put them in until I run out and then count them afterwards, probably. I don't know. I might give them a count. Right, so I did decide to give the onion sets a count, and I actually got 52, and only 2 of them were no good. So if you get any, if you just give them a little squeeze, and if they feel completely soft like this one, they're no good. They're gone rotten. So I still got 50 though, 50 good ones out of 52, and there's only meant to be 50 anyway. So I'm going to get all these planted up now, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. Alright guys, so I'm going to plant the garlic now. So what I'm going to do is make an inch or so deep channel, drill along the whole length of width of this bed, because I'm going to do them widthways across here, just so it's easier to manage the rows, and because the sun comes from that way. So then what I'm going to do is take the bulb, planting it that way is the bottom, that end, the flat bit, and the pointy bit is the top. So I'm just going to place them along the row about 5 inches apart. So we've got our row of garlic going across here. So now what I'm going to do is mark the row. So I've just got 2 pieces of bamboo with a bit of string tied across. So now that marks the row, and it will also help deter some of the animals as well, hopefully. But like I said, I'm going to net the whole thing, or figure out a fence for the whole thing anyway. So now I'm just going to cover these over so they're just below the surface. And just gently firming the compost on the top, just to make sure there's no air pockets. Right, so that's one row of garlic done. So I'll get the rest of the garlic in, and then I'll show you how I do the onions. Right, so now I'm going to do the onions. So it's pretty much exactly the same thing. The spacing's more or less the same. About 5 or 6 inches apart, and the rows about 10 inches or so. So I'm going to start here and just carry on the next row. Same as the garlic, just making your channel. Your drill, removing any big stones or big lumps, any weeds you come across. I seem to find it easier using your hands to do this sort of thing. You can feel the bits and bobs easier, but you can use a trowel or fork, obviously. So same thing as with the garlic, and just along the row about 6 inches or so apart. It doesn't have to be exact. The onions, most of the time you can tell the roots coming out the bottom there. Again, it's like the browny bit, and the pointy bit's the top. Apologies if you are having a lot of wind noise. We're in the tail end of Lorenzo, I think it was, hurricane, which is now just a bit of wind for us. But so I do hope you can hear me. Right, so and same with the garlics, just cover over the top. Again, some people leave them pointing out, some people don't. Seems to be fine both ways, but hopefully the birds won't want to pull them out if they can't see them yet. That's the major problem you have with onions and garlic, is the birds will pull them up as soon as they start coming up. So they just like the nice green shoot, and they're like, oh, I'll have that. So what I should have done is put the row marker along. But I forgot to do it on that row, but it's more or less there. So I'll get the rest of this done and get back to you when I'm finished. Alright guys, so I've got 3 rows of garlic and 6 rows of onion in there, and 3 rows of mixed garlic and onion. Some were from the onions I grew, and just some random garlic from the shop, just in there. So we'll see how they do. But there's 50 onion sets in there and 27 garlic cloves. So I'm just going to fence this off now. So the stuff I've got to do this, I've got this orange stuff here, which I thought would be ideal. That's about all I've got at the moment anyway, and some old bits of wood. So I'll make a start on that. I'll do a time lapse and get back to you when I'm done. Alright guys, I'm about done for the day. So I've got my bed cleared, got the onions and the garlic planted. So I've got 50 onions in there and 27 garlic cloves. I've got the fence up. Hopefully that'll just deter the chickens from jumping in there and the cats from digging it up, and hopefully deter the birds as well, because it's bright orange fence. And I've left the top just floppy so that nothing can land on it. We'll see how they go. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. It's the 5th of October today, so everything's coming to an end. So I'll be pulling my tomatoes and everything out at some point. I've got loads on there, loads of green ones, but not time for them to ripen now. So anyway, so if you haven't done so already, and if you enjoyed the video, if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic, and leave me a like. Feel free to leave any comments, any questions you have, or any advice. Just leave a comment down below. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next episode. Have a great day.